Good day, ye old solicitor here again with some information about you that could help you in your life. The idea of trust came from England. And how did it begin? What happened was that many noblemen were asked by the king to go off to fight in the Crusades. So they would leave for the Levant, Jerusalem, Palestine, and they would leave management of their feudal estate, their castle, their lands, their cattle, to a manager, and they would put everything in the name of this manager. Sometimes it would happen the nobleman would come back from the Crusades and the manager would refuse to transfer the property back to the nobleman. Well, this was a scandal. So the nobleman would go to the king would delegate the matter to his Lord Chancellor, and the Lord Chancellor would rule that no, the manager was just a trustee for the nobleman, and the lands really belonged to the nobleman. After a while, it became settled law that when a nobleman left his property in the hands of a caretaker or manager in the name of those individuals, he was really only creating a trust. The trustee was the manager, and the beneficiary of the trust was the nobleman. Of course, when the colonies came into being, this same law of trust was inherited by the colonists, and the idea of a trust is fully recognized in America today. However, I have to say that the law of trust is most fully developed in England and those laws of the Commonwealth. Nevertheless, some states like Nevada, Delaware, and Alaska have in recent years enacted substantial improvements to the law of trust. But don't worry, you don't have to move to Alaska to have a trust. You can have one in any state, even in California. And one of the keys to having a living trust work is that you have to go and title all the assets that you own into the name of the trust. For example, if you own a beautiful little 3-bedroom house on Maple Street, you have to go execute a deed that house from you to you as trustee of your living trust, file it with a county recorder with all the other documents that go with it. Usually you don't have to pay any tax on that transfer, and then it's in the name of the trust. As far as federal income tax purposes are concerned, well, the IRS doesn't care. As far as they're concerned, you still own it. If you make money off of an asset that's in your living trust, all the income goes to you, and it's entirely disregarded. And you don't have to get a separate tax identification number for it. However, at some point, if that living trust becomes irrevocable, that is, when you die, at that point, yes, your beneficiaries will have to obtain a tax ID for it, and it will have to start filing federal income tax returns.